You know what? I can now say that we have a compromise in this old ass argument that never seems to die. All right, what's up? Welcome back. You already know what I'm saying. Subscribe, share the info, like it, turn your notification bell on, man. Come on, help your boy out. Today, we are here to have a conversation about this guy. But first, before we get to this thing, I'm going to talk about what the argument's been. The argument is staging a long gun for home defense. Here is one of the arguments that I have for it. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but human beings don't like to be honest with themselves a lot. Here's the problem. You are a busy adult. You have a lot of stuff going on in your life. Guns do not rule your life. You still have to feed people, feed yourself, run your business, go to work, whatever it is that you do. So if you are telling me, especially if you live in a populated area, if you are telling me that you're going to remember to get your gun out, your long gun, stage it to where you can access it in case of an emergency, and then remember every day before you leave to put it back in a safe, I don't think that you're being honest with yourself. I don't. How many times have you left and had to think about if you even closed the garage door? You know, like we go through things, right? It's just not always at the forefront. And there have been plenty of times when people have staged guns at home and they get to wherever they're going and they're like, please don't let this be the day somebody breaks into my house, right? So I think that there is some responsibility involved in this. Now, if you're one of the people that live in a town of 200 and you believe your gun's going to be safe, well, I think that they commit crimes in small areas too. It might only be 200 people to victimize, so the stats are way lower, but you can still be the one out of 200 that gets robbed. So
you'll see that in a small town, meth heads ride stolen lawnmowers down the road.
I'm a big fan of having your gun secured when you're not around. And so people argue, I can leave my gun out. I got guns under the bed. I'm like, all right, man, cool, whatever. But burglaries happen. They do. But I think we got a compromise. And that's by Vara safe. This is, let me get it up here for you, the RACT. So this safe is wall mounted. It also allows you quick biometric access backed up by a key. So you'll see here that we have it up on the wall. It mounts in with there are three mounts. The screws that go in are pretty long, and they mount into a 2x4 inside of your wall. And this is supposed to be something that prevents your gun from being easily accessed and removed, but at the same time is staged to where if you need to access this, you can, just by with up to 10 different fingerprints. So it could be different, you know, I would advise that depending on how you mount it, you put that print there. Like I'm a thumbs over guy, so when I grab it, it's going to be thumbs over. So that's going to be ultimately what I go to get it off of the wall. But however, you can put another adult in there. You got up to 10 fingerprints, right? So have fun with that. I really, really like this. I like it because it gives me access and security at the same time. I dig it. You can use these for rifles and you can use them for shotguns, and they are easy to install. I would say here are the things you need to install it. You need a level, a drill, or an impact drill. I prefer impact drills. You need a level and a drill, and that's it. That's all I remember using, a level and a drill. Mount it probably took me 10, 15 minutes, and that's because I was reading the manual, going over how to adjust it for the gun and things like that. But once you read it and figure it out, it's pretty straightforward from there. Here's something else I dig. It actually covers the action of the gun. So it covers the trigger. For your AR-15, they have a plate that's around it'll be the right-hand side of the gun that actually prevents the takedown pin from being pushed out of the gun. Now you have to make sure that depending on your gun, you adjust it properly, but you can't push the takedown pin, which means you can't disassemble the gun while it's on the wall. Phenomenal. Thinking about the details, great. You also just can't walk up with, you know, a regular tool and take it off. Now, I will tell you, if somebody has the right length of screwdriver or the right drill bit, then maybe, but they have to come to your house prepared to do that kind of stuff. And you can also add a little extra security to this. If you wanted to put it in a closet, you know, you can. If you wanted to hide it behind something, but it depends on how your house is laid out and how quick you can get to it. For me, I have it right next to my bed, and that's where I'm going to keep it. And I like the fact that I can go from rifle to shotgun. I dig that. And it comes with everything you need in the box. You can also mount this, even though you will see that I have mine going across the wall. You can mount it horizontal, vertical. You can be creative with the way that you mount it. Just please make sure you have it mounted into the wall, into a stud, right? Even for the weight of your setup, you want to make sure that you're not just dependent on drywall to hold the weight of it. I don't get excited about a lot, but I got excited about this because it offers that compromise. So now I can stage a long gun, be ready to do whatever I might need to do with quick access, and you do get keys for a backup in case for whatever reason it fails. And it also comes with a charging cord so you can keep the unit charged. I don't remember how many cycles it can go through before you need to charge it, but I just have mine by my bed. It's a plug below it. I can just plug it in and charge it. Not a big deal. This is great. Now we have a storage option that allows us to keep the gun safe and secured. So depending on your setup and your lifestyle, if you wanted to leave, go to work, do whatever you got to do, cool. It's mounted, secured to your wall. So if you wanted to leave it there, that's your choice. If you wanted to put it in a big safe, that's your choice. If you want to take it, put it in your big safe every night and then put this back on the wall, that's your choice, but you have the option. So now, to me, the argument about whether you should leave your long gun out or not, if that's what you decide to use for home defense, rifle, shotgun, I think the argument's over. Get a RACT. Best of both worlds, right? The gun's safe, secured. You don't have to worry about it getting unauthorized hands. You can have multiple fingerprints so multiple people can access it. This thing is great. It's sturdy. It mounts well. It looks good, in my opinion. You get to adjust it. So if you have a 16-inch gun or a 10 and a half inch gun or whatever, you can adjust this thing for different lengths. So I really like that. So in mine, I have the Tactical Life. Well, actually, it's right behind me right now. But I have the Tactical Life 12 and a half inch SBR with the cam mounted to it. And it fits just fine. So you got all kind of length that you go in with. So to me, I can't really make a product review about this because there isn't much to review as long as it keeps opening and closing when I ask it to. But the argument about how to stage a gun and keep it safe is over thanks to the RACT. And the RACT will run you $399. So it is $399 for it. To me, worth it. Don't go out and buy that new handgun right now. Get you a safe for your long gun if you're going to stage a long gun for home defense. And then I'm even thinking, man, this thing could work in a lot of different situations. I mean, if you could safely mount this in a vehicle, right? The only thing, because, I always got some pushback. I always got some feedback. The only thing that I think that I would like to see is for the mounting system. And you can probably just do this yourself. I would like to see bolts instead of screws. So that would be something, bolt head instead of just a traditional screw head, I think will be great. Give you some of the other technical doohickeys because some of y'all like it. Let's see, this thing it weighs 15 pounds. It's made of 12 gauge steel with a nylon composite. It comes with 3 GRK structural lag screws, 30-inch rail able to mount to a standard 16 or 24-inch wall studs and mounting horizontally. Fingerprints unlocks in 0.2 seconds. Stores up to 10 fingerprints, and the battery, 12-month battery life, and it charges by USB-C. You do have 2 backup keys from manual override, and apparently they tested it to see if it can hold, how much weight it can hold, and it can hold 550 pounds. Normally, I only bring out the long guns when I get a feeling in the air, it's a ride or something going on where I have to be. When the power goes out, I always go to my long guns. But now I'm going to take that Tactical Life and maybe it's going to be in less videos and it's going to be staged on my wall. So while we talking about safety, help your boy be safe, man. Help us stay in business. Help us operate. Go over to nootherchoice.com. Get you some swag. I always talk about the Harriet with a smack the sugar honey iced tea out of you because that's the one that I really like. Our purpose over popularity is there as well. SBR, short but reliable. Head over to the site and help your boy out. Okay? Like, subscribe, share, all the things. Do all that. Comment below. What is your go-to storage system for your home? And will you consider something like this? I think that you should. But what do you do right now? Or do you believe that it's okay just to leave your gun, in the closet behind a couple of old suits that you haven't worn since the 70s? What's your answer? What do you do? And if you got the RACT, how would you utilize it? Where would you mount it? What gun would you put in it? Tell me all the stuff below in the comments, man. Let's have a conversation. Let's interact with each other. That being said, I'm your man, KD. Remember, be prepared for when there is no other choice. And I'm out. I mean, 400 ain't necessarily pennies, but it's well worth it. Mount it anywhere.